students, welcome to Shri Sid Vidyapith School. I hope you all doing good and staying safe from this COVID-19. So students, today we are going to solve the question and answers of this poem, The Arrow and the Song, written by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. In the last video, we read about the poem. In that poem, the poet describes the arrow and the song. It's a comparison of an arrow shot in the air and the song sung in the open. Poet tells us about the arrow that was shot in the air, as in words that are unbroken, the words which we spoke to our beloved ones, that the hurtful words what we spoke to and beloved ones were unbroken. Once we spoke anything hurtful to our beloved ones that are unbreakable, that are unbroken. Once we say anything hurtful to anyone, that going to stay with them for 1,000 years, that 1,000 years, like an arrow stuck in the oak tree for long ago. When poet shot the arrow, he was thinking where it might went, but after the long time, where he found that arrow? He found that arrow in the oak tree. It was stuck in oak tree, unbroken. It was not at all broken. It was as he shot that, he was like, as he shot the arrow, it was like that only for years and years. And the song which he sung in the open, it was where does poet found that song? He found that song in his friend's heart. So words are also like that only. Once we shot them to someone, once we speak something hurtful to someone, it going to stay for years and years in their heart, and it going to hurt them for ages. And this brings the this going to bring the differentiate between you and your friend, and it may spoil your relationship. So students, let's solve the question and answers of this poem. See on page number 14. Use your prescribed textbook for better understanding. See on page number 14, right below the poem. Reading comprehension A. Answer these questions in 30 to 40 words each. Answer in 30 to 40 words each. Where did the poet shoot the arrow? The poet shot the arrow into the air. Why couldn't the poet follow the path taken by the arrow? The arrow flew into the air so swiftly that he could not follow the path taken by it. What is required to follow a song? To follow a song, one has to have a keen and strong sight. When did the poet finally find the arrow? The poet finally found the arrow long afterward in an oak tree. Next one. Move on to next one. Answer these questions in 80 to 100 words each. The poet says that he found the song from beginning to end in the heart of a friend. What does he wish to imply in these lines? The poet says that he found the song from beginning to end in the heart of a friend long afterwards. He wants the reader to realize that words that are spoken in friendship and joy are never forgotten. Kind words that heal and comfort are remembered forever long after they are uttered, like a song which echoes in the mind of the listener long after it is heard no more. Words that soothe and bring happiness and solace are cherished in the hearts of friends who hear them. The words are recalled to give joy, and not a single one is forgotten. What message does the poem convey? The poem conveys a powerful message by showing the hurt and pain that can be caused by bitter words. One has to be careful in speech, and one should never utter harsh words that can pierce the heart of the listener like an arrow. These words linger in the mind of the listener like an arrow, continuing to inflict considerable pain long after the words are spoken. While words are comfort, friendship are cherished and remembered to give joy every time they are recalled. Bitter and angry words are embedded in the heart of the listener, much like an arrow stuck in the trunk of an oak tree. Move on to next one. Read these lines and answer the questions that follow. I breathed a song into the air. It fell to earth I knew not where. For who has the sight so keen and strong that it can follow the flight of song? What did the poet shoot first into the air? The poet first shot an arrow into the air. Who breathed a song into the air? The poet breathed a song into the air. What does the song represent? Song here represents words of friendship and comfort that bring joy to the listener. Second, long afterward in an oak, I found the arrow still unbroke. What did the poet find in an oak tree? The poet found the arrow still unbroken in the oak tree. Name two things the arrow could symbolize. The arrow symbolizes harsh words and the hurt caused to the listener. Why do you think the arrow was still unbroken? The arrow was still unbroken because the harsh words had not been forgotten, nor had the feelings of hurt been assuaged. So students, here completes this poem with the solutions. So I hope you will fairly note it in your class note copy and learn it, revise it. If you have any doubts regarding this poem, you can ask me. I am going to clear it out in the next video. Thank you.